What's up, all my beautiful little chavs and chavettes? How are we tonight? I am on time. For once, I'm actually on time. Do you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I was sitting here waiting for you motherfuckers. That's how long I was. I was sitting here going, nah, do I go on now or do I wait for the chat to fill up a little bit? It's scheduled for 10:15, so we'll wait and see if anybody pops in. But look, here I am, live already, on time. Better than most of you tonight. I'm here. I'm usually late, but here I am. Here I am, motherfuckers. I'm ready. What have we got to go through tonight, guys? Look, we've a lot to go through. We've got the massive game tomorrow for Liverpool against Manchester City at the Etihad. We can have a look at tonight's results as well. Chelsea fucked up. There's no way they're even going to be considered title contenders now. Manchester United will have grown a pair of bollocks after seeing the Chelsea drop points. And suddenly Manchester United fans are going to believe that the race for them is on for top four. And do you know what it might just be? Chelsea keep dropping points, Arsenal keep dropping points, then the race could well be on. Guys, how are we? How the hell are we? I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're watching. This is the Anfield Agenda. This is the Late Night Agenda. And I am your host, Craig. As always, it is a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be on here. I was waiting for it. 1 second, Stephen Richards. I was waiting for you, pal. Who's going to be the first one to point out that he has a night top on? Who was it? And there, Stephen Richards. Not letting me down. Immediately, oh, Craig, night top, really? And it's the first time I've ever wore this one as well. It's a brand new top. I bought it in holidays in October, mate, and I wore it for the first time today. And I knew it was going to get some reaction from somebody. How are we, guys? Lots of people in already. Sam, Stephen, AS Empire, Luke, Lars, Brian, Tom, Luke Skywalker, Christopher, Robbie, Nathan, Anthony, Scotty. Our Evertonian friend, Lily Plays. How are you, sir? Red Teak Gaming, Niall Cacanan. Lots of people in already. Guys, look, there's some good news and there's some bad news today. The good news is that we're going to go to the Etihad tomorrow and possibly get the old caravan started on the Premier League title trophy. You know what? I'm nervous as hell. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm nervous as hell going into this game tomorrow. A lot of people very confident the Reds can go there and get a result tomorrow. Do I believe we can do it? Of course I believe we can do it. Am I confident that we're going to do it? No. If I'm honest, I'm not confident. I don't think we're going to go there and lose, don't get me wrong. But I'm not confident that we're going to just go there and slay Manchester City like so many people seem to believe. But these same people were nervous a couple of weeks ago against Wolves. It's mad how the mind works. We'll go to the team selection, Dylan, mate, and a few other things as well really soon. Austin Aggart is in as well. How are you, sir? Noah Stevo is in. Dirty Girl is in. How are we? Right, guys, look, we'll start off with the big topic and something that broke my little heart this morning when I woke up. I woke up and I looked at my phone and I had alerts everywhere. My phone had lit up like a Christmas tree. I said, what the fuck is going on? I hope nobody's unwell or, nobody's passed away or anything like that. Picked up my phone and the first message I opened up was from Connor, of course, because, he's the most important on the list. So I click in Connor's message and there it is, a big dirty picture of Christian Pulisic signing for Chelsea. There you go. That's put that one to bed, hasn't it? I said all along I thought he was going to join Liverpool. Over the last week I said that Chelsea were the only club to have put in a bid for him. And reading around today, reading what James Pearce is saying, reading what some other journals are saying, they were still the only one that went in. Nobody else put a bid in for him. The figure is, I've seen different figures for this deal. I've seen 59 or 56.9 million pound, and I've seen 64. I don't know if the 64 is supposed to be euros or whatever, but let's go in and around 60 million pound. Now, whenever we discussed Christian Pulisic, and anybody went towards the 50, 60, 70 million, I kept saying it's ridiculous. There's no way I'd want Liverpool to pay that. 40 million for me was about where I would have been comfortable with Liverpool paying. 55 to 60 million for Chelsea. Look, that's their own business. Sometimes I have to put my hands up and say, if he comes, hits the ground and does well, you forget about it. You forget about the fee. Look at us with Van Dijk. Look at us with Alisson. Does any of us now give a fuck what we paid for them? No. So I've got to be honest, I'm not going to hide away from it. I did want Christian Pulisic at Liverpool. He's now a Chelsea player. We'll wait and see what happens. But the most important thing to take from this is that because they went and got him, we could have got him. Don't be shy about that, by the way. We could have absolutely got him. There's a reason why. And the reason could be that Klopp has seen how good Shaqiri is firsthand. That's entirely possible. That's what James Pearce and that are trying to get us to believe anyway. Or it could be that there's another number 10 being lined up or another forward being lined up. Whether it be for January or for the summer, I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But 59 or 57 or whatever it is million pound for a player that's out of contract in a year's time, for me it's too much. But at the end of the day, Chelsea fans won't care. If he comes in and does the business for them, they won't give a fuck about it. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I've been saying for months that I want him at Liverpool. I'm not going to come on and say differently just because he hasn't signed. It is it's unfortunate, but I fully believe if we wanted him, we'd have got him. He was there for the taking. I just think Klopp has other plans, whatever they may be. Love to know your thoughts on this one, guys. I can see some comments already in. £58 million, said Brian. 64 from Ankit. 64 from Brian as well in euro, sorry. What else we got? He's worth 35 to 40 million, said somebody else. Malcolm to Everton. That would be a very interesting one, Lenny. Haven't looked into any Everton transfers, of course, me being a Red, but he hasn't settled in at Barcelona. It was a stupid move in the first place. The move to Roma would have suited him better. He just, he obviously seen dollar signs and thought a bit much of himself. To Everton, I don't know, they are Barcelona's feeder club at this moment in time, aren't they? Or the club that they loan out their players that they don't really want to. Is Sturridge gone, said Damien McKenna. Not that I'm aware of. If you're talking about his post today thanking everybody for 6 years at the club, Damien, I don't know, mate, if that's what you're basing this off. If it is, no, that's just because he signed in January and he is technically 6 years here at this moment in time. So it's just basically his way of saying thank you for 6 years at the club because he's a nice fella. I mean, whatever we talk about Sturridge and his ability and his injuries and all, he looks like a sound lad. He always comes across very well. The younger players speak very highly of him, and I'm a big fan of Danny Sturridge. I have to say, I like the guy. I thought that was a touch of class from him today. But it did worry me at first, Amy, and much like you, I did see it and go, shit, what the fuck is going on here with Sturridge? But it seems like it was just a thank you for 6 years at the club. Origi said, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, we lost interest in Pulisic quite a while ago. That seems to be the truth. I mean, it's no secret that deal was easily there for Liverpool. Everybody and their dog knew that he was available to buy. Chelsea obviously needed him. They're trying to say he's not a replacement for Eden Hazard. Let's just wait and see. I'm calling bullshit. I think he is a replacement for Eden Hazard. That's just my opinion. My opinion does not matter one jot to Chelsea fans. $1 million question, said Anthony Peters. Who do we sign? Who will we sign? Possibly nobody, Anthony. And some people are quite happy for that to be the answer. Some people are going to hear nobody and go, you know what? Don't destabilise the squad. Ryan Brewster coming back. Shaqiri doing very well. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain coming back after Christmas. Well, February time as well. Makes sense not to destabilise. I've no problem with that whatsoever. But I would like us to be looking ahead to the summer. And if the deal was there for Fekir to get it done now, if he refuses to sign a contract, if Timo Werner refuses to sign a contract at RB Leipzig, I think he has a year and a half left on his contract as well. So they're going to be looking to move him on in the summer. We're just going to have to wait and see, guys. We're just going to have to wait and see. And that's not what we all like to say. We like to come on and, I wish I had better news. But it's been played down a lot in the media, especially by the James Pearces and stuff. They're trying to keep everything and everybody's... What's the phrase they use? They're trying to manage expectations, I think is what everyone's trying to do at the moment. You never know, though. You never know. What concerns me, though, is if we had anything sorted, it would be done early. So other than that, if it goes into the window and later, then I'm very doubtful we're going to sign anybody for this window. Would you like Sancho now, then? The thing about him, 3 lines, is you're not going to get him. And if you do get him, you're going to get him for, what's he valued at recently in the last thing I've seen? In excess of 80 million quid for a player that only really burst onto the scene this season. And look, undoubtedly he's a talent. But I just don't think Liverpool are going to pay that type of money for him. Not when we have Ryan Brewster coming through, who's 2 years younger than him, perhaps maybe 3, and could possibly be every bit as good as him as well. I mean, don't underestimate how good Ryan Brewster is. He is class, and he's going to do very, very well at Liverpool Football Club. Kloppo's in the house. How are you, sir? Big game tomorrow, he said. Damn right, mate. Damn right. And we will get on to the game against Manchester City. I just wanted to touch on transfers. I'll talk about some outgoings a little bit later on in the stream because there is some news on outgoings as well. I've got my bullshit transfer rumour of the day as well, which I pulled out for you guys. I'm very well, thank you, Oxmo800, mate. How are you? I'm very, very well tonight. People are saying we had a left back. Honestly, don't think we do, or we need a left back. I think we do, Christopher, and I think we have one lined up as well. That young guy from Bristol City that we were talking about yesterday. A couple of people believe that may have actually been him in that silver van. It obviously wasn't Fekir. We know that because he's in Murcia with Leon at the minute in their warm weather training camp. So definitely wasn't Nabil Fekir in the silver van. But a couple of people think it might be that young left back. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Sturridge did a strange tweet today. I've seen that one, Mossy Wossy. It's just because he's 6 years at the club, mate. That's why. It's not because he's leaving. I think it's genuinely because he's here 6 years, because he was a January signing. It's crazy you pay that much. No way you should let them keep him for 6 months. It was different with Keita. We had to do that to get the player. Exactly. But maybe they look at it and just think, oh, fuck it, you know what, anyway, we're going to sign him anyway, let's just get it out of the way now. Because heaven forbid, if he had a great second half of the season, Chelsea might have been up shit creek if Liverpool got interested, or Liverpool picked up an injury or something like that. I suppose they just wanted to get it done. Nathan Carter said 100 likes in 30 minutes, question mark. I don't know, mate. I've given up trying to figure it out at this point. The numbers lately have been brilliant, and I'm almost getting more and more nervous when I click on to come on and do these streams, because the numbers are getting higher and more people are coming on to watch them, and it scares the shit out of me in some ways, but in other ways it's obviously a sign that we're doing something okay and people are enjoying the streams. Everton sucks Liverpool for the win. Origi, sorry, I should be calling you Origi, shouldn't I? Solanke has not been loaned to Palace. We'll get to that one later on. I have some news on that one as well. I hope we steal the Premier League title at the Etihad, get a win and all 3 points. Let's move on to that one. Everybody seems to want to go on talk about the game at the Etihad tomorrow. You can see from the image on the screen, I've done my predicted 11 for tomorrow's game. Of course, this is not the 11 Jurgen Klopp is going to go with, because I'm never right. But this is the 11 that I would like to see us take the field with tomorrow. Obviously, Alisson Becker in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, Degsy and Virgil van Dijk at centre back pairing, Andy Robertson at left back. I've gone for Fabinho in the holding role, Gini Wijnaldum and Jordan Henderson, and the front three of Mane, Firmino, and Salah. Now, I can hear people saying already, what about Shaqiri? Why isn't Shaqiri in there? Because I think this game is going to be a war of attrition. I think we're going to have to get into the midfield and we're going to have to keep that ball. We're going to have to smother Manchester City. We're going to have to get up in their faces. We're going to have to give them no time whatsoever to settle. And I think to do that, we need legs. We need Jordan Henderson. We need Gini Wijnaldum, and we need Fabinho. Maybe James Milner if he was fit. I don't even care if Naby Keita goes in there. But we need legs. We need to win that midfield battle. Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum know what it takes to win a battle at Manchester City. They were there last year with Liverpool. They did it in the Champions League at home. They did it in the Champions League away. They did it in the league at home. And let's not underestimate the capabilities of those two players. And along with Fabinho behind them, I think that's the three to go with. If the game gets stretched, which it will, the more players tire as well, the game will get stretched depending on what way it goes. Could be City trying to get back into it. It could be us trying to catch them on the counter. But that's when I see Shaqiri at his best. Like he did against Manchester United when legs started to tire. He came on and he did damage. That's my 11. I'm always happy to hear your 11s. I'm always happy to hear what you think of my 11 there. And any news or information or anything you have on the game, just let me know. I'll go in and read some more of your comments. We're going to fuck City tomorrow, said Stephen Richards. Sturridge in, Werner out. Or Sturridge out, Werner in, said Mossy Wassy. Sturridge, well, there'd be no point in moving on Sturridge. We'd be absolutely nonsensical, mate, to move him on. He's going at the end of the year anyway, so why move him on now? Just keep him in the club. Just keep him here, and if we need him, he's there, and if he's not, then he moves on in the summer. It wouldn't make any sense to move him on now. Watched the video last night, I think it was from ESPN, not sure. We go on about having conceded so few goals so far, but this is more impressive. We've never been behind in a game for more than 3 minutes. That's nuts, John. That is absolutely nuts, pal. I did not know that. Never been behind in a game for more than 3 minutes. It's almost like somebody had the cheek, Arsenal, to go ahead against us, and we just said, nah, fuck that, no way is this happening. Jurgen Klopp, our own Kloppo, said, nerves are big for tomorrow. We need to pick a good team as well. What else we got? You think we might go for Ramsey, Craig? No, mate. He looks like he's off to Italy. Juventus seem to be the front runners for a PSG. Have also been linked to him. We had been linked to him in the past, but I just don't see it happening, David. It doesn't make sense for us. Can you imagine the banter as well, by the way? The banter. He'd be called an Arsenal reject his entire time here. I wouldn't want to put up with that shit either from the Arsenal fans. They tried it with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but he's just been too fucking good for us that they just have to shut the fuck up. Totally a Hazard replacement, said Brian, with regards to Pulisic. That's what I think as well. And if you go out of your way to say he's not a Hazard replacement, then you can understand why people are thinking that way. We don't need any more midfielders, said Origi. Craig, would you have Fornals at Liverpool? Honest answer, don't know enough about the guy. Haven't seen enough of him to give you an honest answer. I said it last night and I'll say it again. I can't stop looking at the top right, said Robbie Hates. It's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Liverpool sitting on top of that pile now. Chelsea picked up a point today, obviously. That's a very disappointing result for them. At home against Southampton to draw 0-0. Yeah, you've got to be disappointed in that. Manchester United went away to Newcastle and won by 2-0. A 3-3 draw as well in the game between who was it? Watford and Bournemouth at home to Watford. Did you ever notice about these games that have a shit ton of goals in the first half? So that one had 6 first half goals, 3-3 at half time. Very rarely does the second half live up to the same kind of standard. The second half is always a bit dull. There wasn't a single goal. 6 in the first half and not a single goal in the second half of that game. How many times do you see that happening? Genie and Robbo are guaranteed to start. You have my word, said Kloppo. I'm happy if players come in but they don't join until next season, said Christopher McVicker. Has anyone seen the video all over Twitter about the Mercedes van going into Melwood the other day? Typical me thinking it's a possible transfer, but I'm not sure. Well, that's what I was touching on a few minutes ago, Keane. I think a lot of people seem to believe that that could be that young lad from Bristol City. I've no idea if that's true. It could have been anybody. That's the God's honest truth. It could have been an official from the club. It could have been a photographer. It literally could have been anybody. But what we do know is it was not Nabil Fekir. We can be certain of that one. He's in Murcia right now with Leon in a warm weather training camp, getting ready for their next game. So it definitely wasn't him. Right, trying to get through some more comments. Excuse me. What time is the match watch along tomorrow, Craig? Said Scotty. I will be. What is it? An 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow or 7:45? It's on TV. It's probably an 8 o'clock kickoff, isn't it? Just let me double check that one. Okay, yeah, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. So we'll be starting the watch along at about 7:30 tomorrow. So for those of you that are watching that don't know what I'm talking about, and I realised that there are a few people who didn't know about the match watch alongs because somebody actually messaged me on Twitter about it. We do watch alongs of every Liverpool game, and what we mean by a watch along is we don't show the game. You guys watch the game wherever you are, if you're at home or wherever it is. We just do some alternative commentary. We go into the chat here and people give us their reactions. We react in live time to goals and stuff like that. We celebrate together, we scream at the screen together, and we just have a bit of fun and see how everybody's seeing the game, see if anybody notices any little tactical tweets. I read out some comments as well, and that's about it. They're really, really good fun, and they're quite popular. They're something that's grown on YouTube along a lot of fan channels. You see a lot of people doing watch-alongs of games now. I love them. I really, really love them. Tomorrow should be a massive one as well. Should do really, really well tomorrow night. I hope you can join us for that one, so 7:30 for that. And of course, like all our content on here, it is 100% free and always will be. So look, on that one guys, as you can see, we're just about to touch on 6,800 subscribers. So if you're watching, you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, be an absolute legend and make that number in the top left corner there roll around a few times and get us to 6,800. And then we'll push on to 6,850. And before you know where we are, we'll be pushing that 7,000 subscriber mark. Now bear in mind, when we started, 5,000 was our goal for the entire season. We did that before Christmas. Here we are now coming into January and we're looking to head towards 7,000 subscribers. That's thanks to you guys, not to us. We only come on here, turn the camera on. If it wasn't so many people in the chat putting in so much fun stuff and being so warm and friendly and welcoming to other people when they come in, the channel wouldn't be worth a shit. So thank you to each and every one of you for all your help and support. It means the world to us as well. And this is fun as shit. I'm not going to lie, I absolutely love doing this. What about Keita and Milner, said Stephen Richards. Milner I'm not sure about on his fitness. Has anybody got an update on Jimmy Milner? I know he's technically okay, he's been training and stuff, but I don't know, I just don't know if he's ready to go. I'd rather have a fully fit Jordan Henderson than a possibly 70% fit James Milner, or Naby Keita as well. He hasn't had many minutes. Either of them. I'm not gonna lie, Stephen, any of our midfield will do for me, mate. I just think we need 3 of Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, Wijnaldum, or Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, Wijnaldum. Who am I missing out on there? Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, Wijnaldum, or Keita. Sorry, yeah, Keita's one I missed out on. Any 3 of those 5 for me is absolutely sound in that midfield because they're all battlers. I just think that the 3 I have there are the most likely to start. Just my opinion though, and of course, as I keep saying, I often get these things wrong. I think we need to keep solid. They need a win more than us, said Matt. They really do, pal. They really do. Anything but a win for them tomorrow and they might as well start concentrating on the Champions League. People don't want me to say that. People think I'm getting ahead of myself. If we get out of this game tomorrow and we're 7 points clear, I'm calling it, and I don't give a shit. I think we're going to win the league tomorrow if we get out of this one without losing. There you go. If we win it, I'm balls deep. I'm going for it then. A draw, 7 points. No, I don't think anyone's catching us with a 7 point gap. I've got to be honest. Not if you look ahead to the fixtures. After this game tomorrow, the only difficult away games we have left against the big sides is Manchester United away, and do you consider Everton a big side? Everton away. It'll be a difficult game because it'll be, both sides will want to win it. Other than that, we're at home. We're at home against Spurs, at home against Chelsea. We've done with Arsenal, played them home and away. Will it be done with Manchester City? There you go. I mean, who's going to stop us? Really, who's going to stop us? All that could stop us is our own complacency, and I cannot see Jurgen Klopp allowing that to happen. On this game tomorrow though, guys, look, prediction time. Let me know how you're feeling. Niall Hill, I can see you there, buddy. 3-1 for me, Craig. I've gone 2-2. I'm being a bit pessimistic on this one. So many people are confident in the Reds on this one, and I don't mean to be in any way negative, because I'm usually the most positive person on here, but I take a draw. I think what's stopping me from being so optimistic is I'm happy to take a draw. So to let myself believe in a win is just set myself up for possible hurt. But if I just set my mindset to just take a draw, Craig, and just get out of there with 7 points, then I'm over the moon. Anything else, and there could be tears tomorrow night, folks. I mean, if you're doing this watch along and we win, there could be tears. So bear with me on this one. This means a lot. Unfortunately, Connor can't come tomorrow. Connor can't make it for the watch along, so it'll just be myself. But Connor will be here for a game very soon. It's just, time is against him and stuff. He's got to get college work in, and he's a busy dude, so it'll just be me tomorrow for the watch along. 4-3-3 is too obvious against City now. I don't get your point, Liverpool fan 9. If you think it's too obvious, how are they going to get through us? Nobody's managed to do it yet. Nobody's managed to score more than 1 goal against us in the Premier League this year, playing with that obvious 4-3-3. I understand what you're trying to say. In this 4-3-3, I would expect Firmino to play deeper, to drop in right in front of Henderson and Wijnaldum, and Salah and Mane to play the wings, and get them long diagonal balls in behind to try and stretch Manchester City out, and try and create some space and try and win the second balls, and try and get runners up behind them when we do win the second balls. I'd go with your 11 apart from Trent. I'd have Milner at right back. Honestly, the amount of people I've seen who don't trust Trent, it just baffles me. I understand, Paul. I understand you're not the only one, buddy. I'm not picking on you on this one, mate. There's a lot of people that think the same way with regards to Trent there, the right back situation. I just can't see a fault with him. I think he's absolutely sound there. We had seen before sometimes Joe Gomez was used there against teams, but that's more when I think they had pace and height. So some teams that would play diagonal balls to try and isolate the fullbacks, maybe they try and get in over Trent's head or try and win a second ball, but I can't see him being a problem tomorrow, mate. I've every faith in that young man. I'm buying tickets to the Crystal Palace, and which is the best but cheaper seat? I'm buying tickets to Crystal Palace, and which is the best seats but cheaper seats? I don't mean what you mean, Liam. I've lost here, mate. If you're going to Anfield, you want to sit in the Kop. Simple as that. If you can't sit in the Kop, then main stand is sound anywhere. It's just not. Just stay away from the Annie Road ends. That would be my only advice. If you're going to the game and you can pick where you're getting tickets, the Kop obviously, the main stand, the King Kenny stand is sound as well. Personally, I just don't like the Annie Road end. That's just a preference though. Brian Morrissey said the lad from Redman thinks we'll start Shaqiri and go 4-2-3-1, Genie and Fabinho holding. Could happen, Brian. It could happen. I don't want to undermine the gentleman from Redman TV. He's due his own opinion and I have mine. I just think, like we did when we played them in the Champions League, like we did when we played them at home, we're going to try and smother them, and we're going to try and take the ball away from them. We're going to try and give them no time. We're going to try and get up in their faces, and I don't see that being something that Shaqiri can do very well. If I'm being honest, I just don't see him from the start being able to do that as well as Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Milner, any of those combination of players. But I don't care what formation we go with. I don't give a shit what 11 he picks. All I'm concerned about is the numbers in the top corner or the bottom corner when the 90 minutes is up. That's all that matters to me tomorrow. I don't care if we go there and play out the most boring draw in the history of football. If we leave there and we haven't been beaten, that's all I'm concerned with. Excuse me. If we win tomorrow, we're champions, said Adam Piggott. Mate, I'm with you. 100%. We win tomorrow, we're leaving there. And that's it. It's done. You can start carving our name into it. And I don't give a fuck who says otherwise. We're not dropping that big of a lead. It's just not going to happen. But that's if we win tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very difficult game. We know Sterling might play, and he never has a good game against Liverpool. So that's probably going to continue tomorrow. They've got Aguero back. There's a few mind games going around now from Guardiola about whether Kevin De Bruyne will be fit to play or not. They said that he trained today and he'll train tomorrow again, and then he'll have a fitness test. I don't know. I fully expect him to start. I've always fully expected him to start. Klopp will either go for 3 workmen-like midfielders or 2 workmen and 1 outlet, said Sturridge. What do you think about Camacho leaving too, mate? Has that been confirmed? No, I haven't caught up on these things today. I'd seen him linked with a loan, and a loan is perfect for Camacho because he needs it, because he's not going to get enough time at Liverpool. But I haven't seen anything concrete today on that one. I'd go for the most reliable and experienced midfield, Gini, Hendo and Milner, said Cameron. It's just Milner's fitness for me, Cameron. That's the only thing that possibly worries me, mate. I've no doubts in any of their abilities. I'd be absolutely sound with any of them starting. Ramsey doesn't work hard enough, said Sean W. How about Leon Bailey? Yeah, it's interesting that there hasn't been much on Leon Bailey in the last couple of windows, because I know he only moved last year, but he's done very well at Leverkusen. The speed of that guy is unbelievable. I think you'll see some Premier League team going for him eventually. Could suit a Spurs or somebody perhaps. That's about all I know on an English one. There's not much information I can give you on Leon Bailey with regards to transfers, but he's a very good player. Ridiculously quick. Stephen Richards is going for Alisson, Trent, Lovren, Van Dijk, Robbo, Fabinho, Gini, Milner, Salah, Mane and Bobby. So I think the same team as mine, except Milner in for Hendo, and I'd be sound with that as well. Only one change for me, Craig, from your team. Fabinho out, Milner in, and Henderson in the central defensive midfield role. Again, I'd have no issues with that, pal. I mean, any of those 3 are good with me. If we win tomorrow, do you think the title is ours for sure? Yes, 100%, Abdullah, 100%, mate. If we don't win tomorrow and we say we lost tomorrow, then it's game on. I mean, it's game on. 4-point lead is there. I'm still confident. I still back our boys to do it. But it's a lovely position to be in. I would never have thought a couple of weeks ago we'd be going into Manchester City game with a 7-point lead over them. Never would have thought that. Because I didn't see them dropping so many points. Will said likes, people likes, so please do hit the like button, guys. I think we had 250 likes yesterday, which was ridiculous. Ben's lineup is Alisson, Trent, Lovren, Van Dijk, Robbo, Hendo, Fabinho, Gini, Salah, Firmino, Mane, and the same as Craig. Marshy Mello said I think we'll target the left side. It's going to be the weakest. I love this. I love all these little tactical tweaks and stuff people are coming up with. More. Let me have more, please. Any other ideas, any other thoughts on how the game might go tomorrow, please do put it in the chat. A draw won't be a bad result though. I want the win, said Boss Mega. Yeah, look, a draw away against a top 6 side in the Premier League is never a bad result, buddy. I get you. It's going to be interesting to see how they approach this game as well. I think the referee is going to be very important. I've said this all week. I don't care how this game goes tomorrow. I just don't want it to be speaking about the referee at the end of it or a ridiculous decision. I want it to be one team won the game because they were the better side, and let that be the end of it. It's a loan, mate. 15 minutes at the end of next season, I believe. Would imagine there's a buyback. And who was that too? Niall, mate? I've seen so many transfer links, I don't remember who was Camacho was going out to. So please do put it in the chat, buddy, and let me know. Pep desperate to mention their win when they were down to 10 last year. Oh, Sky were lashing out the 5-0 win, mate. Couldn't get enough of it. If Kevin De Bruyne starts, he's nowhere near match fit. Barely played all year. Same with Fernandinho on a lesser scale. It's interesting if you look at the pundits, particularly on Sky, and you hear Paul Merson, who, look, I don't believe a fucking thing out of that man's mouth, but he's very confident Liverpool are going to go there and win. Some Reds I've spoke to during the week, very confident Liverpool are going to go there and win. I just, it's tough, isn't it? I want them to go out there and play like champions. I want them to go out there and just dominate the game and show Manchester City. Like, I want them to lay down a marker and just let teams know, look, we are the best fucking side in this league. Give us your best. We'll soak it up. We'll take it. We'll come back and we'll just bury you. And if we can come out tomorrow doing that, it's done. I mean, who's going to think they can beat us? Maybe one team might catch us on an off day, but it's all down to this game tomorrow for me on how we start the game, what type of attitude the players have. I hope they're not too fired up because we have to be measured in our approach as well. We don't want any silly tackles flying in, any stupid yellow cards early for the fullbacks, nothing like that. There must be some kind of way out of here, said the Joker to the Thief. You've gone over my head there, pal. Can Mane deal with Walker's pace? Can Mane deal with Walker's pace? Mate, Sadio Mane ain't exactly slow. So yes, I would say he can deal with Walker's pace. Walker's a headless chicken, in my opinion. He's like an English Alberto Moreno, but a bit better. He's just useless defensively. I don't rate his defensive abilities one fucking bit. Going forward, he's great. Carrying the ball out, he's great. Loads of pace, as you said. Knows where to get down the line. Knows how to whip balls in. But I don't rate him. I think he can be got at. I think all of that Manchester City defence can be got at. Bayern have made another offer for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Chelsea are asking too much. What the first offer, 3 lines I'd seen, was 20 million, and they turned that down. I've no idea what the second one might be. I imagine probably 20, 24, 25, something like that. I leave on holiday tomorrow. My hotel has 2 megabytes of Wi-Fi per person, so I might not be on your streams. Nick Hoss, mate, don't apologise. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, pal. Wherever it is you're off to, have a great time. It's lovely to go on holidays. I enjoy mine every time I go. Kick back, relax, pal, and we'll be here when you come back, so enjoy yourself. Plastic flaggy had stadium, said Paul Lee. I know I sound like an idiot, and you can rip me down if you want, but I reckon Klopp does not win something this year, and he will either leave or be sacked because of a lack of silverware. Right, a couple of things there, Harry Moody, mate. One, he ain't getting sacked. No matter what happens, he's not getting sacked. He could fall apart this year and we could finish 5 points behind the league winners and he won't get sacked. So you can put that part to bed straight away. He's got a contract and he will see through that contract unless things drastically fucking fall apart. But it won't be this year. And secondly, I'm not going to rip you apart, mate. You're free to have your own opinion. I disagree a lot with what you're saying there, but it's your opinion, buddy. I'm not going to shout you down. You came on, you put in your comment, you were polite and you gave your honest opinion. That's okay. We mightn't always agree on here, but you've shown respect to me, buddy, and I will show it straight back to you. So I hate to see somebody thinking so negatively, Harry. That's all. Stephen Calvin Gomez should be fit by then, said Christopher. Can't wait for Gomez to come back. Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Lovren, Robbo, Fabinho, Gini, Hendo, Salah, Bobby, Mane for Junior. And Charlie put the link to the Anfield Agenda Twitter there if anybody wants to follow it, because Charlie is taking care of the account now for us, and as he said there, we will be posting a lot more. So just there's the link if anybody wants to click on it and give them a follow. Give us a follow, I should say, excuse me. A Pep team has never won the league going behind in the table. I said that yesterday's hippie, mate, and he've never won a league not being top of Christmas either. So, it's all there. It's all there in our favour. But gotta go in tomorrow. You look like an alien. Yeah, it's a good show. Yeah, it's a good show. I mean, there's no fucking proof though. None of us really know what an alien looks like. But you're not a million miles away. Hello from New Jersey, USA. Andrew, sir, how are you? Great to have you in with us. Thank you very much. You look like an egg, said Glenn Matthews. I am, mate. I'm your old one's love egg. Tell her I said hello. City struggle to keep a clean sheet, said Thomas Boland. Yeah. They do. There's no denying it. They do. And they can be got at. As good as they are attacking and as good as they are going forward, they're vulnerable in defence, which used to be what could be said about us. But as things stand, our defence is pretty fucking good. We've got that big, beautiful Dutch man at the back, steering this good ship forward. So it's going to be interesting. It's the battle of the 2 best teams in the league. There's no doubt about it. Liverpool and Manchester City are the 2 best teams in this league. The first game at Anfield, let's be honest about it, we were lucky at the end to get out of it with a point because Mahrez skied a penalty. let's see what happens tomorrow. Come out of it with a point tomorrow. It's looking pretty good. Will you be doing a live stream on the FA Cup? Yes, mate, absolutely. Every Liverpool game that I can get on here for, I will be doing a watch along. Does anybody else think, hey Craig Bellamy? Yes, fucking Harry Carling. Yes, I do. He is so far up Pep Guardiola's arse that it's not even funny. He was saying there, I was saying last week, Harry, that he was talking about the situation with Liverpool, and he's like, oh, Pep will be rubbing his hands together now. 7 points behind Liverpool. He'll be loving this. This will be exactly what he wanted to get his teeth stuck into. Will he, Craig? Will he, really? He wouldn't rather be top of the league with a few points in the bag now, so we can start concentrating on Europe. He really loves being 7 points behind, because that's what he was brought in to do, to be 7 points behind Liverpool. Fuck off. He talks a load of shite. And what I also hate on these shows is that nobody calls people out for it. Nobody has the balls to call anybody out and say, talking a bit of shit there, pal. Yeah, you really are talking nonsense. There's no way Pep Guardiola wants to be 7 points behind anybody. He wants to be top of the league like every other fucking manager. It's nonsense. He couldn't be any further up Guardiola's ass if he tried. And I understand he played for both clubs. I fully get that. And I fully get that he should show respect to Manchester City as well. But he's been very disrespectful to Liverpool by talking like that. Very disrespectful. In my humble opinion. I mean, other people might like Craig Bellamy. I don't want to taint anyone's opinion of him. I need a drink, 1 second. In the airport, going to the England for the game tomorrow, said Luke. May, nice one, Luke. Pictures, mate. Send us some pictures of you at the game, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've got a blast, and I hope you've something to celebrate at the end of it. The one thing City teams don't like is to go with them and harass them in numbers with, what's this one? With speed. Their shorts turn a nasty shade of brown. It is true, and we're just the boyos to go there and put it up to them. I like your thinking, Paul McCann. So good he named him twice. Timo Werner announced after the game tomorrow on a win against City. Imagine, that would be rather fucking tasty. That would do me, Paul. According to AZ, Bayern and Liverpool are interested in Timo Werner. Scouts from Liverpool watched Werner several times this season. Bild adds Atletico Madrid as another team interested in Werner. Look, I've said all along about Bayern Munich's interest and that's where I thought he'd end up. But would I like him at Liverpool? Yes, I fucking would. Timo Werner would fit in perfectly in our team. And people often say, who would you drop from? Where would you start in the 11? Can't look at it as a starting 11. When you're at the top, when you're pushing in a few competitions, you have to look at it as a squad game. And Timo Werner in our squad to rotate between that front three would be perfect. It would be really good, and particularly for the money we'll probably get him for 35, 40, maybe even a little bit more, because he's only got a year left on his deal. That's peanuts for a player of his ability. But he still has to prove himself, because let's be honest, his progression has somewhat stalled a little bit from when he burst through. But that could be down to the fact that everyone expected him to push on a little bit more at the World Cup, and Germany had such a shit World Cup. Sad because I loved Bellamy when he played for us, said Harry. As did I, Harry. I really liked him. The nutter with the putter, I loved it. Loved that whole stuff. And he gave us all when he was at the club. I'd never speak badly of him in that sense. When Craig Bellamy played for Liverpool, I was so happy to have him here. Bellamy has tunnel vision in Guardiola's ass, says Sturridge. Fuck Bellamy. He's a fucking has-been, said Stephen. Bellamy the bully, said Anthony Peters. The commentary for this stream is world class, said Damien Lee. Thank you, mate. That's really kind of you. For everyone that calls me a nonce, an alien, a Bates and lookalike, there's always somebody with a nice comment, so thank you. Wait, where else have we got? Couple more. Shit, where am I? I keep losing my place in the chat, guys. Sorry. Oh, there we are. Pep Guardiola can't even read a book without thinking about Liverpool. Meanwhile, Klopp was getting drunk and having a dance. What a video that is, Charlie. Mate, what a video. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it. Guardiola, as he said, is always thinking about Liverpool. Klopp, on the other hand, is out at an L party, dancing on the dance floor, throwing shapes, getting videoed, loving it. I mean, my wife absolutely adores Jurgen Klopp. And she doesn't give a fuck about football, really. She claims to be a Forest fan. She doesn't care, but she loves Kloppo because he's a lunatic. And she's married to a lunatic, so she kind of understands what one looks like. I wonder what's ever happened to Stephen Ireland, Mr. fucking Superman himself. Mr. Look at my Bentley with the fucking Superman headrests. He, yeah, that's about where Manchester City were back in the day. Do you remember that? Rod, how are we, sir? Doesn't matter who wins or loses, Liverpool are already champions, while City will always be cheating, corrupt, title winners without a soul. Very, 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 very true. I agree. I agree 100% with that. And I know a lot of people might think we're idiots, Rod, but how they've won it, and the fact that people don't want Liverpool to win it and want City to win it, I think is just so short-sighted. I've seen a brilliant article actually by what's the guy's name? Who writes for the Times? Fucking hell, what's this guy's name? Henry Winter. I seen a really good article he wrote about why people are a little bit short-sighted in this and why they should be hoping Liverpool win the league. Putting aside all the stuff about we'll never hear the end of it, blah 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 blah. Putting all that aside, as I say this time and time again, Liverpool are a club that have built for sustainable success, have sold to buy it sometimes, have done well, have built from the ground up, have brought in a manager, and that has built a squad over the course of 3 years and done it in the right way. We should be held up as somebody to look at and say that's how you run a football club now. That's how you go about getting in the gap between the big clubs. And, you know, Spurs are doing very well as well. And we should be looked at and admired. Instead, they want the corrupt, cheating bastards to win the league just so they don't have to listen to a few Liverpool fans saying, we won the league. It's madness. Football fans can be fucking nuts at times. Bellamy's an awful pundit, said LFC Buy It. Can you believe Phil Neville said Allison's distribution isn't that good? Oh, Philomena. He really is. And this fucking clown is managing a national team. He's managing the England national ladies team. And he's coming out with shite like that. Allison's distribution isn't that good. Phil. What a fucking plank. I don't know. Can we swap him around? Can we bring in his sister or something to do pundit? He's fucking awful. Shouldn't have the job he's in as well. He's so underqualified for that job. There were so many better candidates for it. He's just a rat-faced fucking arsehole. He's just fuck off. He's a double cunt as well, because not only is he a United fucking legend, he's an Everton legend, so he's a double cunt. We've let in 8 goals and all from stupid errors and poxy bounces. We have the defence for the ages, said Tom. That's true. That is true. Some of the goals we've let in have been rather silly. Kev, how are you? Look out for the Instagram post tomorrow from the Etihad. I will be there, said Kev. There you go. We've got an insider tomorrow. Kev going to the Etihad, so he'll be posting on the Anfield Agenda Instagram account, which is of course just at Anfield Agenda. If you're on Instagram and you want to give us a follow, Kev will probably post a link in there as well. Good man, Kev, and have a ball. May have an absolute ball tomorrow. Carrie Bonner's team: Alisson, Robbo, VVD, Lovren, Trent, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Shaqiri, Firmino, Mane and Salah. Every team that was undefeated at Christmas went on to win the league. If Liverpool don't win the league, they'll make history, said YouTube. Not really the history we want to make, buddy, but I get you. Let me just check. I'm trying to go through the comments, but I'm kind of ignoring the stuff I've wrote down as well. Oh yeah, there was something here actually. Maybe we can talk to this and move back to Manchester City again, because this, if there's any non-Liverpool fans watching, this will probably interest you as well. I hope it will anyway, because it caught my eye today and it half angered me, but then I found out a little bit more information on it, but it still kind of angered me. So something has come out recently and about mascots, and I'm sure you guys have known people who've been mascots for games, maybe Liverpool games, maybe whatever United game, maybe a lower league team. But a list has come out today of the price, yes, you heard me right, the price that it costs to become a mascot at some Premier League clubs. Now, before I start, there are clubs who don't charge at all for being a mascot, and those clubs are Arsenal, Everton, Chelsea, Fulham, Huddersfield, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Newcastle and Southampton. So all of those clubs don't have any charge whatsoever for a kid to come and be a mascot. So well done to them. Now, on this list, top of the list, with a charge of £700 fucking pound to make your child a mascot, West Ham United. So if your kid's dream is to walk out there holding hands with Mark Noble, £700 is what you're going to have to pay. £700 to walk out holding hands with Mark Noble and hope that you don't injure Andy Carroll. Next up, with £600 is Leicester City, and this very much surprised me, because Leicester City are a fan-oriented team. I have to say, I know some Leicester City fans, and they do some great stuff up there, and it really shocked me to see this. Tottenham Hotspur, £405 to be a mascot at Spurs. 405 fucking quid to be a mascot and be drilled on by Harry Kane. 405 fucking pound. Next on the list, Wolves £395, Palace £375, Brighton £350, Burnley £300, Cardiff City £255, Watford £250, and Bournemouth £185. Now, I did say there was a bit of a caveat to this. Some of these clubs, I think it might be Brighton, Burnley, Cardiff, Watford, Bournemouth, some of those clubs donate the amount paid to a charity. So they're not taking the money into their own pocket, they're passing it off. But I still think that's a barrier to some people to come in and be a mascot. It would be much better if they gave the position to a local charity, a good cause, a local football team, a local, I don't know, a local youth club or whatever it might be, local school, just rotate it around and raise the awareness for that charity, that cause, that group, that school, and help raise money for them in that way, rather than having an initial cost for the kids to come in. I don't agree with it one bit. I was so happy to see that Liverpool weren't on that list, and also either of the Manchester clubs, Arsenal, Everton as well, of course, doing the right thing, Newcastle, Southampton. I read through the names earlier on, but what do you guys think about this? A charge of up to £700 fucking pound. £700 to go out there for what? What do you get? A kit maybe? A picture of the day perhaps? It's craziness, absolutely craziness. Craig, don't take offence. You really look like Aleister Crowley. I don't know who he is, mate, so I can't take offence if I don't know who he is. But because you said don't take offence, I'm probably imagining that he isn't like Pitbull. I was called Pitbull yesterday and I was having that one. I was going around my gaff all day saying, don't call me Craig. It's Mr. Worldwide now. No more calling me Craig. It's Mr. Worldwide, and that's it. That's all I'm answering to at home. But now I'm looking like, what, Aleister Crowley. I'm going to Google him in a while. I hope he's not as ugly as I'm thinking he might be. City will play with a back three tomorrow, and I'll shave my beard if I'm wrong, said Harry Buttlicker. Pep is leaving City in the summer if they don't win the league or the Champions League. Mourinho's going to manage Manchester City. Oh, the fucking scenes if that happened. Right, where have we got? Okay. Craig, your dream signing is gone. He's gone to the rich rent boys. I know, mate. I know. There's no hiding away from it. I did want him to come and play for Liverpool. I said this at the start of the stream. They paid way too much money for him. But if you're a fan, you won't give a shit if he comes in and starts playing well. I'm so nervous. Who said that one? Where's that comment gone? Where's the I'm so nervous comment gone? This is what I hate about this fucking chat. I miss so many things. 600 quid. Right, where's the I'm so nervous comment gone? Right, I'm gonna have 2 more seconds having a look and then I'm just gonna have to fucking give up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give up. I can't find your comment, sorry. But whoever it was, I'm just as nervous as you are, so don't think you're alone in this one. A lot of people fucking nervous. Oliver Bond just tweeted, here we go, #24, reference to Brewster coming back, perhaps, said Connor in our chat. I cannot wait for Ian Brewster to come in. I cannot wait. He's going to be fantastic. I don't want to put too much pressure on the guy so early in his career, but he's going to be brilliant. Guys, as you can see from the screen, we are currently at 6,810 subscribers. Maybe we should set a goal of trying to get towards 6,850 on this stream. I don't know how many people are watching. If you can, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. And of course, drop a like on the stream as well. Thoughts on Pulisic going to Chelsea? I'm not going to lie, Fernand, mate. It fucking hurts. I know I wanted him a lot more than anybody else on here. Most people wanted Fekir, or, you know, people have said about Jadon Sancho, Timo Werner. I just always had it in my head that he'd end up at Liverpool, and there's no point in me saying anything else. I'd be just lying. Phil Neville's a fucking clueless twat. He's seen something different to us. The Nobrash, like that one, Nobrash, love it. Both managers said the other team were the best in the world today. Full of compliments, said Tomas Kennedy. That's true, mate. I've seen that when they were full of it. They'll be both full of something different tomorrow when the whistle goes and Pep is screaming and Klopp is screaming and one of them's probably sent to the stands. Yeah, there you go. LFC or Leicester City FC boy said, I'm disgraced, 600 quid for Leicester. And I have to say, buddy, that really surprised me. Because you know Lee Chappie, I talk to him quite a lot, and we message back and forth a lot. And if anyone doesn't know what I mean by Lee Chappie, it's the gentleman that looks like Jamie Vardy, the guy that you know was the spitting image or the Stanley in version of Jamie Vardy. Yeah, I'm shocked. I really am shocked because Leicester City do so much for their fans in such a good way, and I don't like to talk badly about that club because I hold them in very high regard. The world is such a small place. We met on Basel stream and now we're here like this. What the fuck is this, boy? I don't know who you're talking to, mate. You've lost me there for now. Sorry. Chelsea have a charge. Do they? No. Chelsea were free. I seen that on your Twitter, Craig. Fucking crazy prices for kids to be a mascot. I think the original tweet I seen was on... Who tweeted it first? Somebody will probably know this. Who's that... I can't remember. I want to give credit to who came out with it first because it's been published in a few places. I can't think of who it was. Fuck it, we're winning the league. We're going unbeaten, breaking the 100-point mark, and Salah being top scorer, said Christopher. There you go. I'm loving it. Call me Mr. fucking McDonald's. Levy wants the money. No surprises there, said Cahill. Yeah, it is nuts. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 London clubs in there actually, interestingly looking at that. West Ham, Spurs, Crystal Palace, Watford, 4 London clubs in that list of teams that charge. Interesting. Drooled on by Harry Kane. Sorry, yeah, that just came out. I don't know where that came from. It just came out of my mouth. As I was thinking it came out. 700 quid for the chance to be a mascot. For that price, I'd want to be playing in the fucking game as well, said Christopher. It's crazy. It's fucking ridiculous. 700 quid. Whatever about the cost of a kit or something. If they want to be miserable about it, yeah, the cost of a kit, you can understand that. But fucking hell, 700 blips to be a mascot. To walk out holding Mark Noble's hand into that fucking joke of a stadium. No, thank you. How are we only 10 points clear of Chelsea? It feels like 20, said TD. I know. But Manchester United must be looking at Chelsea stumbling again today and be licking their lips at that gap now. What is it, 6 between them and the top 4 or something like that? Tom Flynn, talk to you soon, buddy. Thank you for coming on. Would love to see Henderson score a volley, said Carrie. I'd love Hendo to score tomorrow, and I really want Henderson to lift his Premier League title as well, just so he can stick it in the face of some people who've just been Henderson haters for so long. Company said even if Liverpool win tomorrow, City will still retain the league. Yeah, no they won't. No they won't. He's talking out his arse. If Liverpool win at the Etihad tomorrow, that's done and dusted, and Mighty Mouse can shut the fuck up because Liverpool are winning the league if they win tomorrow. And even if they don't win tomorrow, I'm still thinking we're going to win the league. I just won't be as fucking brash about it as I will be if we win the league. This watch along tomorrow is going to be interesting, guys. So if you can join us, 7:30 we're starting on here, of course. It's going to be emotional. It is going to be emotional. United we stand. They're planning the end of season bus tour for coming 6th, said Voodoo Chili. I don't know, Mark's very confident that they're going to get top 4. Very confident. What do you think of Stevie G at Rangers? He's doing great, said Dave Serene. He's doing very good. Very good indeed. Celtic have stumbled a little bit. I still expect Celtic to win the league if I'm being honest. I expect them to add some quality over the next month, but for his first season he's closed the gap very well on Celtic. Yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing okay, but he's had a little bit of help from us, hasn't he, with some loan signings. But I like his style of management, Dave. I like that he doesn't hold back and he says it like it is, and that's what I'd expect, and I respect him more for that. And I don't have opinions on him going to manage Rangers before anybody asks. I don't give a fuck about the Rangers Celtic Catholic Protestant nonsense. It means nothing to me. I'm a fan of football. I don't see religion. I don't see race. I don't see fucking financial situation. I see people. I see people, and I treat people how they treat me. So if somebody shows me respect, they'll get it right back. If they call me a cunt, then they're getting called a cunt right back. That's how I live my life. So I don't have any hatred towards a specific group of people because they're Rangers or because they're Celtic, or it doesn't mean nothing to me. Hey Craig and all LFC fans, is anybody else struggling to sleep because of this amazing? Yes, Wayne, you've got no idea, pal. I cannot sleep at night anymore. My thought, if I'm not thinking about Liverpool winning the league, I'm literally answering questions in my fucking head that I'm reading off a teleprompter in my mind, like I'm on here, or I'm practicing, or I'm thinking about how I could do an introduction differently, or I'm thinking about a thumbnail, or I'm thinking about a watch along. I just can't sleep at all these days. I'd say I got about 3 hours of sleep a night lately. That's, yeah, just work. And when I'm not on here, I'm not answering emails or comments, or I'm writing out a schedule for another show. It's good though. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it. And it's even better that the Reds are doing so well, because it's helped us. There's no two ways about that. We seem to pick a very good year to start a Liverpool channel. We're flying, and that's because the Reds are flying. So if the two things continue to go hand in hand, then I'll be very happy indeed. I'd pay £700 to hold Divock's hand as we walk into the stadium, said Furno. Would you wear the full kit though, Furno? I mean, I'd nearly pay to see that. You and Divock hand in hand walking into the stadium. I'd pay to see you walking into Asda as well. What do you think about the Ireland international team? I don't really have any thoughts on it, mate. I think what they've done is clever. I think they've done the right thing. McCarthy in short term to try and qualify us for the next tournament makes sense. Isn't it Stephen Kenny that's coming in? You've said Stephen O'Neill there. It's Stephen Kenny that's coming in afterwards. And you know, I'm glad somebody from the League of Ireland's getting a chance. We've seen it before, obviously, but I like it. It's a bit of forward thinking for once from the FAI, and I think it's to be commended, if I'm being honest. I don't think they run the FAI very well whatsoever, but there's people much better placed than me to talk about that one. Funnily enough though, on the FAI and stuff, there's not one decent FAI channel on YouTube, which is mad. There's not one decently run Irish channel for football fans, which is crazy, but I suppose it's a small market, and it'd be a tough one to sell, wouldn't it, as well? I definitely think we have it in us to beat City, said Jimmy W. £700 to be a mascot at West Ham. I'd rather drink bleach. No holding back there, Dan, mate. I'd rather drink bleach. Love it. What are we? 36 subscribers away, guys, from 6850. So if you are watching, be a legend and hit that button. I love looking at the numbers going around. It's brilliant. Kids never drink bleach. Exactly. Don't fucking drink bleach, kids. If you're watching, stay away from it. Absolutely. Stick to water. Best for you. Craig, where will Bowes finish this season? I haven't got a clue, mate. Haven't got a clue where Bohemians are going to finish this year. Actually, the league is over, isn't it? The league's over. Dundalk won the league, so I don't know where they'll finish next year. Don't worry, even if Liverpool turn into Banter FC, that'll be great views, said YouTube. We're not going to turn into Banter FC. That's Arsenal's position. Are you from Ireland? I am, Dylan. I'm from Dublin originally, mate. Now I live in Wexford. Is this your main job? No, it absolutely is not. Don't make money from this. None. We only got monetized about was it just over 2 weeks ago now, guys? Something like that. So this absolutely is not. I wish this was a job, mate. I wish I got paid a living for this, but no, I do this just out of fun, basically, and because I love the club and I love talking to other Reds. Someday maybe, someday it'll grow into a position where that could be something we look at. But right now, mate, it's just a pleasure to be here talking to good people like yourself. That was not an elephant you heard that ran up the stairs. It was Lucas, said Sabrina, my wife. Yes, it was our little son. Wired to the moon he is. Sabrina found a lovely little video of Lucas. For those of you that don't know, I've got two kids. I have a 6-year-old son called Lucas. Lucas has ASD, autism spectrum disorder, and I have a daughter called Circa who's 14, who's absolutely beautiful, stunningly gorgeous, does not get it from her father. Anyway, Sabrina found a lovely little video of our son when he was 1, playing the guitar with his uncle. It was great to see today. It was really lovely to see. I love finding all these old things like that you think are lost, or little pictures. So yeah, if you did hear a noise earlier on, it was my son running up the stairs. He should be in bed now, but he's wired to the moon, so he won't go to sleep yet. She's tried. Right, what else have we got? What the fuck else have we got? Nathan Carter said, why is my message duplicating? You're not the only one. Look at that V8 as well. YouTube's gone into meltdown. What the fuck is going on here? Messages galore. Would you ever wear the Mighty Red mascot outfit? That lad can go and fuck himself. Mighty Red. I have big issues with that mascot. No, I wouldn't wear it just because I think it's a joke. I think the whole idea of him is a joke. I don't like it. I don't think it works for kids. I have very strong feelings about that damn mascot. God damn it. I'd wear anything though, is the honest answer, Alex. There's pretty much nothing I wouldn't wear. I'm not somebody that gets embarrassed very easily, so I would sit here in a fucking schoolgirl outfit if I'd lost a bet. It wouldn't bother me at all. The only thing I won't ever do is sing. As in sing properly, because I can't sing for shit. Bless your family, my guy. Thank you. Most important thing in the fucking world to me, by a long way. To be honest, Manchester City's midfield is stronger than ours. I don't know, mate. Is it? Really? I don't know. It's tough. Fernandinho is a quality act, don't get me wrong. But he's getting on in age. De Bruyne is, well, I mean, world class. There's no arguing there. But I don't know. I like our midfield. I like the characters we have in our midfield. I like the work rate that they put in. Two very good midfields, though. So I think it's, it's a tough call. How long have you supported Liverpool for? Since I was, 7 or 8? 6, 7 or 8, around then. What age would I have been for that? 8. About 8. As I said, the first time I ever fell in love with the club was when we lost 2-0 to Arsenal when Alan Smith scored that goal. I think Michael Thomas scored the other one. We spoke about this last night, actually. Where we lost and Arsenal won the league back in 88, 89, I think it was. What are these tweets from Callum Wright and Oliver Bond? No idea. Firstly, Callum Wright's a fucking fraud, so let's get that one out of the way. I wouldn't pay any fucking attention to what Mr. Callum Wright has to say. He's full of it. Oliver Bond has his finger on the pulse, in fairness to him. I don't know the guy, nor do I know Callum Wright, but from being somebody who's very active on Twitter myself, I just ignore that fucking lad. I don't like his account. I don't know him from Adam, so I won't talk about him personally. Oliver Bond I don't follow on Twitter, but he's a massive Liverpool fan, runs a massive account, and he usually is quite quick with stuff like that as well, to be fair to him. Loads of people's messages are duplicating. Don't worry about it, guys. It must be just a glitch. I wouldn't worry about it at all. AA being hacked. The night bot is back. Do you remember that, lad? We had a bot on here a while ago that was supposed to come in and help clean up and do a few. It was a fucking nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. If you said a word, the bot will go, no, I'm warning you now, don't say that again. And then it started booting people out for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So I should do some night on here, actually. I probably have said I should do a Q&A. I really should do a Q&A. Because there's often questions that people ask me and I pick the odd one out. But I'm always happy to answer anything, everything in my life's an open book. Hendo is average, might be, mate, but he's going to be an average captain lifting the Premier League title soon, so average that. We got knocked out of the National Cup by Wexford team called the All Blacks. Do you know them? No, I don't, Evan. The teams where I live at the minute: Gorey Celtic, Gorey Rangers, and then about 8 miles down the road, Arklow Town. United are rumoured to be buying Manolas from Roma, but Mark Goldbridge tweeted something today about United being interested in the Atletico Madrid centre-back. You know, the guy that mugged them off in the summer. What's his name again? The guy fucking... The Uruguayan guy. What's his fucking name? How do we forget names every 2 minutes? You know who I'm talking about anyway. Yeah, he was tweeting about him again today. I don't know why. If there's another link there or whatever, but they need a centre-back. That's a definite. Godin, thank you so much. Diego Godin, that's the one. Legend. Love you guys. I know when I fuck up somebody's going to help me out. It's great. I don't even need to ask for it. You amazing people are in the chat there putting it in, saving my bald ass. Pep will drop Sterling after seeing the NLD in the Premier League. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he does drop Sterling, because he doesn't show up against Liverpool. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he can't get his head around it or whatever, but he just doesn't play well against Liverpool. Craig, 500 quid for you to wear a United shirt for an hour. Done, no problem. I'll do it in a heartbeat, and I'll give the 500 quid to Alder Hay or to a children's charity, mate. I would embarrass myself in aid of charity, no problem whatsoever. Why wouldn't I? Wear a United shirt for 500 quid and get to give 500 quid to a charity? No problem. Have you got a second team? Sort of. I've supported Barcelona longer than I've supported Liverpool. I just don't have the same feeling towards Barcelona because, I don't know, because Liverpool, there's so much connecting Ireland to Liverpool. It just seems like a natural progression if you're Irish to support Liverpool. You've got when people emigrated from Ireland years ago, there was a boat that went to Liverpool during the famine. So many people from Liverpool have Irish backgrounds. But yeah, Barcelona. Barcelona would be my second team, if you want to call them a second team. I've no second team in England or anything, if that's what you mean. Although I do like Newcastle because of Rafa and because of their fans. Nightbot is a legend. I'll bring him back then, Tony. Yeah, there you go. We'll bring him back. I'm surprised it's not put you out, Craig. So am I, Scotty. I mean, if anyone deserves to be booted out of the chat, it probably is me. Oliver Bond, here we go. Werner, maybe. Isn't that... Didn't Connor say earlier on? Is 24 not Rian Brewster's number, though? Can somebody check the squad list? Can anyone check that for us while we're online? If somebody has a second there. Is Brewster number 24? I can't remember. I'm useless with squad numbers. Craig, I couldn't comment on your streams. Oh, because of the Nightbot. Lenny, that could have been it. That could have happened, mate. That actually could have happened. Little bastard of a Nightbot. Right, some more questions to get through. I want us to bid 80 million for De Ligt, said Kieran Aaron. Not going to happen though, buddy. As much as we'd all love him, because he's quality, let's be honest. He's absolute quality. I said to you the other day that I'd heard that Barcelona are lining up a world record deal for the summer. I don't know if that's true or not. You don't know what to believe these days. And plus, I'm not sure where Barcelona are going to get all this money from, because they're struggling at the minute. They've bought 2 players in the last 2 windows for massive money. Yes, they did get a load of money in for that diving fool that went to PSG, but at the same time, they're struggling to cover the wages of Messi, to cover the wages of Suarez. Now you've got Coutinho in there as well. Any Everton news? No, hey, sorry. I don't really look up much on Everton. Other than you don't charge for mascots, which is a bonus. I mean, I was happy to see that neither team from Liverpool charged for their mascots, and I wouldn't have expected Everton to either, because everything I say about Liverpool fans in the community and Liverpool fans in food banks and Liverpool fans doing so well, Everton fans are included in that as well. I mean, as much as I fucking despise the football club and want to trash them at every opportunity, the fans, much like any Scousers, they have a heart of gold. And they look after their own, and they look out for each other, and they're a fucking wonderful group of people. This is why I hate so much when anybody comes in and calls them bin dippers or slags them off, because you obviously don't know any Scousers. Scousers are the most warm, welcoming, friendly, level-headed, fun-loving, crazy bastards that you're ever going to meet. And much like us Irish, we love that shit. So I'll never have a word said against Scousers, from Reds or Blues, because they're wonderful people. Every town has dickheads. Dublin's full of them. But I've had nothing but positive experiences in that beautiful city. Craig, you streaming tomorrow's game? Yep, I am tomorrow. Or Thomas, excuse me. 7:30 we'll be starting that one tomorrow. What else have we got? Somebody on Twitter say we want Lovren and Keita out. There's always one card, mate. I see. That's that fucking Klopp squad. Is that a guy's name? I blocked him yesterday on Twitter because, as you said, he's saying he wants Lovren out, Naby Keita out. I mean, just fuck off. Absolute gobshite. Would you like Aki or Lascelles? Lascelles was somebody who, yes, in the summer would have been very happy with Liverpool getting him, but then he signed a new deal with Newcastle. I think a new 6-year deal. Can't see Barca spending 230 million on De Ligt and De Jong. I want us to sign Lascelles from Newcastle, top centre half, said Tony. It's just the fact that he signed that new deal, mate, makes me think it might not happen at any point. 24 is a reference to Werner playing for Germany. Oh, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight now thinking about Timo Werner, for fuck's sake. I'm going to be spending hours reading up on this after the stream. Have I anything else on my list before I go in for some questions? Oh yeah, some outgoings on transfers. I did say I had some news on outgoings. The bullshit rumour of the day, by the way. I said to you earlier on, I had a bullshit rumour of the day. And before I read out the rumours and the transfer news, last shout out if anybody's watching to hit that subscribe button and to drop a like on the stream. Anyway, the bullshit transfer rumour of the day is that Barcelona and Real Madrid will launch bids for Mohamed Salah if he scores 25 goals this season. That's the view of former Spurs striker Mido, who believes his fellow countryman may find it difficult to turn down the Spanish Giants. Now, When I sent this to Connor earlier on, he said to me, "Fuck Mido. Mido rhymes with pedo. That tells you everything that you need to know." And I just burst out laughing. I thought, you fucking legend. I'm using that on the stream, by the way, Connor. I told you I was going to rob it, and I did. So there you go. Connor says Mido rhymes with pedo. It does. Doesn't mean anything, but it definitely rhymes. And he can fuck off with his stupid opinions about Mo Salah. Just because you're Egyptian, Mido, doesn't give you carte blanche to talk shite about Air Mo. Mo Salah is going fucking nowhere. He's not going to Barcelona unless they want to give us 100 million quid on top of what we value him at, which people keep forgetting about when they're mentioning these nonsense rumours linking Liverpool players to Barcelona. There is a deal in place that says if Barcelona want to buy a Liverpool player before 2020, they've got to pay €100 million compensation on top of any transfer fee. So that's not going to happen. And I would say that Liverpool would rather cut off their left arm now than sell to Real Madrid. So fuck you, Mido. It ain't happening, my friend. Get a haircut, you hippie. I don't even know if he has long hair anymore, actually. I imagine he still has that shitty wet look, fucking wavy head. And another outgoings, Dominic Solanke. Somebody mentioned this earlier on. Dominic Solanke had been rumoured to have already had a medical and stuff at Crystal Palace, and a lot of people thought that deal was done. Apparently, they didn't like what they seen. His fitness isn't up to scratch, and they're stalling on the deal, or some people are saying that the deal has collapsed altogether. I don't know what to make about this one. It screams to me of something that Palace say, oh, he's not fit enough now, and as the window goes on, and they keep realising that they have no striker, and that Benteke can't hit a barn door with a banjo, even though he's injured at the minute, they'll come back in and they'll try and get him again, and Liverpool should just up the fucking loan fee if they come back and tell them to fuck off. Because Dominic Solanke, they'd be doing well to get him on loan, and I think that would have been a good move for everybody concerned. So I think he'll go somewhere. Somebody will take Dominic Solanke on loan. It's the best thing for him at this moment in time. He needs that loan. I would have loved to have seen him stay in the Premier League because he needs minutes in this league. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a few clubs out there that need a striker, so I wouldn't imagine there'll be a shortage of clubs asking about him. Newcastle might come and ask about him. That makes perfect sense. Who have they got up top at the minute? Rondon, and what's the other guy's name? The fucking Spanish guy, Perez or Jose or whatever his name is. Yeah, so they could do with somebody like Dominic Solanke. So maybe Rafa, if you're watching, pal, maybe hit us up. Maybe we'll send Solanke your way. Give us first refusal on Lascelles, and we'll all be happy. Brewster might be in the team for Wolves, said Damien Lee. That would be amazing. I'd love for him to start getting minutes. I've spoken so highly of, or so many times about how highly I rate young Ryan Brewster. He is absolutely quality. He's a big fucking nonce, said V8. I imagine that's towards me though. I don't think you're talking about any of our lads there. Ross Breen, Juventus is for Aaron Ramsey and it's a done deal. That's what I believe as well. PSG were sniffing around him as well, but Juventus seems to be top of the list for him, and he can sign for Juventus in January and have the move happen in the summer, because once you get into the final 6 months of your contract, a foreign club can come in and you can sign a pre-contract agreement. You can't do it with clubs in the same country. Fuck off with this Barca Madrid shit. Not every single player has to go there. Why would they go there? It's true. Fuck them. It's not happening. I think there's a shift in world football, guys. I think the power in world football is definitely in the Premier League at the minute. Barcelona and Real Madrid are always going to be attractive clubs. They're always going to have money behind them because of the way the TV revenues and stuff are set up in Spain. That's always going to happen. But right now, the best managers in the Premier League, most of the best players outside of the two top ones, outside of Ronaldo and Messi, they're probably in the Premier League, most of them. And I don't include Griezmann in the list, by the way, of top players. At me if you want. I think he's overrated, completely overrated. I would like Brewster to be given a chance at LFC Lover. Medical tomorrow, so Nathan Carter. Right, any more questions or anything, guys? I'm going to go to the chat for a while. We'll finish up at about half an hour of questions or comments. I'm pretty much done with my list, so if anyone has something they want to know, anything they want to share, please do put it in the chat and I'll get through as many of them as I can. Origi, Solanke and maybe Klein, said Mo Patel. With regards to outgoings, mate, yep, fully makes perfect sense. I'm still shocked about the whole Nathaniel Klein situation though. I don't understand for the life of me what's going on there, because I don't think any of us would doubt the guy's quality. He's a very, very good, solid fullback. And he's not that old. What is he, 27? Something like that? 26, 27? maybe even 28 at a push. He's not old. He's got years left in him. Rumours that Ryan Brewster might be back on Twitter, but you know what Twitter is like, so much BS. Solanke failed a medical. I don't think he failed a medical, Lenny. I think it's more his fitness. I don't think there was anything up on the medical that he failed. I think they just weren't happy with his fitness. Apparently I hear Schalke are in for Solanke, or maybe that's just bullshit. They came out and completely nonsense that one, Christopher. Schalke themselves, I believe, came out and said there's no truth to it. Solanke be great on loan at Brighton or Schalke, said Heme. Solanke should most likely head up to join Stevie G. I don't know about that. He needs to be playing at a higher level than Rangers, with all due respect to Rangers. If he's going to be a Premier League player, he needs minutes in the Premier League. He's got to get used to the hustle and bustle of the Premier League, and he's not going to get that up in Rangers. Right, some more comments. Where are we? Just like a team that's going to win the Football League again, we shall not be moved, said Sean Patino. Hosaloo, there you go, Cameron, thank you. That's another one I forgot about. Origi to Everton. Yeah, imagine that. Origi to Everton. Liverpool linked to Jordan Pickford because we need a mascot, because Mighty Red might be heading off. We need a little T-Rex to take his place. Mo Salah's worth 100 trillion to me. There you go, said Carrie Bonner. 100 trillion. I don't even know what face to make for that one, because for billion you do the whole thing. I don't know about trillion. I don't see a future for Solanke. Liverpool should get loaned out to Germany or Huddersfield or Palace. Huddersfield are up shit creek at the minute, aren't they? They lost again tonight at home to Burnley, so rock bottom of the Premier League for Wagner and Huddersfield at the minute, unfortunately. I'm really worried about Lazar Markovic leaving in the summer. The only reason we're top of the league, said Matt. Did you see the picture he posted, the New Year picture? He looked like he fell out of an Oxfam reject bin. I'm not talking about him as a person, I mean the clothes he was wearing. He looked like he got dressed in the dark or something. He looked like he hadn't got two pens to rub together. We'll be getting Harry Wilson back from Derby at the end of the year, so he could be in the team. That's definitely a possibility. I've said all along, I think no matter what happens there with Wilson, he will at least get the summer to convince Klopp of his value, and he'll probably get to go on the pre-season tour as well and play in a few games. Very tough decision there though for Klopp, because what more can he do than what he's doing there at Derby? 10 goals already this season for young Harry Wilson. Godin versus Atletico in the Champions League. Woof, said Alpha G. Palace are desperate for goals. They need a match fit striker ready to go tomorrow. Solanke hasn't played all year. That's true, but they're the ones who showed interest in him, Brian, which makes it a bit strange. Curtis Jones to play at Wolves. 100% Carrie, think that would be a great move. Curtis Jones deserves a start. Nat Phillips deserves a start. Kleiny, if he's still here, deserves a start. Who should Everton sign? Fucking hell. A striker, Lenny, if I'm being honest. Richarlison's very, very good for you. I'm not going to slag him off. Toaston just hasn't really worked out. Calvert-Lewin, I don't know how good his level is going to be. I think a striker, and I think you'd probably agree with me as an Everton fan, mate. I don't know who, I can't give you a specific, but a striker is definitely what I would consider to be top of your list. Possibly a centre-back. I don't know how you feel about that. Craig, did you go to Oatlands? If so, they're my rival school. Yes, mighty lad, I did. So you must have went to what, Closh to Own? If I went to Oatlands? Well, not if I went to Oatlands. I did go to fucking Oatlands. All I can think of is you're either Closh to Own or Benilda's. They're the only two that were near us, mate. So you must have been in one of those schools. Liverpool are considering giving a new contract to Daniel Sturridge. It's a fucking tough one. I mean, it'd be very naive of them to give Sturridge a new contract before this whole betting thing is sorted out, unless they're so clear that it's bullshit. Interesting. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Daniel Sturridge, new contract at Liverpool, yes or no? Let me know what you think. I'm no, if I'm being honest, I'm no. I'd rather we move on from this situation. As much as I love Daniel Sturridge, I'd like to see him go on and, I'd like to see him get a run of games and let him go on somewhere else and score, but I just want somebody more reliable at this moment in time. And we've got a few months out of him, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be in this position next year where he does another muscle and we're talking about, what ifs. I would just rather cut the cord and move on. Just my opinion though. And again, nothing to say but good things about Sturridge. Very fond of the lad. £50 on Liverpool to win, said Jonathan Royston Ford. What did you get, 2-1, something like that? Mbappe at PSG is top class. He is. He's my dream signing for Liverpool. Kylian Mbappe, never going to happen. Like, I know. You don't need to tell me, but yeah, absolutely love the guy. Very good footballer. Who would win, Craig? Manchester City 11 and Liverpool 11 against an El Clasico 11? Oh, that is a great question. At this moment in time, do you know what I'd say? A Manchester City Liverpool combined 11 would beat an El Clasico combined 11. I think they'd have too much grit for them, too much metal. Yeah, and too much nous as well. But it would be some game, wouldn't it? Oh, I'd pay to see that one. And I hate combined 11s, by the way. I should say that I fucking hate them, but that would be a damn fine game, mate, and a really interesting conversation to have, to come up with 2 11s. Maybe we can do that on a stream someday for a laugh. Liverpool are considering giving a new contract to Sturridge. We've done that one. What time is kick-off tomorrow, mate? Game starts at 8 o'clock. I'll be doing the watch-along from 7:30. That's UK time, of course. Pretty sure Manchester City without a left-back tomorrow. Could be interesting if Salah plays out wide right, said Robbie. What's the news on Timo Werner? There isn't any, mate, that I'm aware of. A couple of people are saying a few things on Twitter. I don't know what's going on there. What we do know for a fact with Timo Werner is he's refusing to sign the new contract as things stand at RB Leipzig. There's talks that he'd be available for around €40 million for the move to be done in the summer. I don't think Leipzig would let him go now, but they might be happy for a deal to be done with a move to take place in the summer, and I'd be very, very happy if Liverpool brought him in because he would suit our system perfectly. Is Markovic alive, said Tomas Kennedy. Yes, mate, he is very much alive and taking a wage for doing nothing. Very much so. Red Solanke might go on loan to Schalke. As I said, I believe that Schalke have rubbished that one. He was also linked to Stuttgart. I've seen that as well. Werner over Sturridge, said Liverpool legend. We can do better. Right, let me get through your comments because loads of you have answered on that one. So thank you for that. Brian said no. John Hamilton said no, not yet. No, Sturridge doesn't fit in. And this is, of course, if anyone's not sure what we're talking about, would you give Daniel Sturridge a new contract at Liverpool Football Club? Definitely not. Jan Brand said no. Lenny Plays said, with regards to Everton, Craig, I don't think we need a centre back just yet, but once Zuma's loan ends. Yeah, I mean, that was a good loan, to be fair, Lenny, to get Zuma in on loan like that. That was a good bit of business. Did you see Arsenal sign the guy from West Ham? Nanstry, I think his name is. No, I didn't. I don't pay attention to small little clubs like Arsenal. Wink wink, nudge nudge. If it's a pay-as-you-play contract for Sturridge, then yes, he won't sign that, Cameron. There's no way he'd sign a pay-as-you-play deal because he's a free agent in the summer. He knows he can walk into a club, get a nice hefty signing on fee and a decent wage somewhere. So I'd be amazed if he signed up to a pay-as-you-play deal. I'd be amazed. Honestly, I would. It'd be a great bit of business for us, mate. Don't get me wrong, but I can't see it happening. We're only 3 subscribers away, guys, from 8250. No, fucking hell. From 86825. I'm going to just bang my head against the wall here. That didn't happen. Guys, we're only 3 subscribers away from 6,825. So if you're watching and you haven't hit the button, you know what to do. Be a legend. Chavs, by the way. We've decided everyone's going to be called Chavs. People wanted a nickname. Chavs are the nickname. So if you're unhappy with being called a Chav, you know, it's not my fault. Blame Connor. He's not here, so blame Connor. Loads of no's, by the way, for Sturridge. I'm sorry if I haven't read out your comment, but a lot of them are just no. Matt said no, we can get better wages. Sturridge no said be entertained. Give him a 1-year deal and make his wages according to his fitness at Cahill. Tomas Kennedy said Sturridge, Milner, Moreno and Markovic all out of contract. That's surely 30 million quid's worth of players. Probably is, to be honest. Milner, probably the most important one in that list. And you're right, they are all out of contract in the summer. Your thoughts about Fekir? I said in the summer, Dylan, I did not think that it was going to happen. If it didn't happen in the summer, I didn't see the deal happening. But I don't know anything. It's just like you, buddy. You asked for my thoughts, so I'm trying to share them. I'd be more than happy to be proved wrong and for him to come in. I said a few weeks ago I would have Nabil Fekir, Timo Werner, Christian Pulisic. I'd have any of them. Give me one of those 3 and I'd be very happy indeed. Why is he watching an LFC stream then? Which guy? I'm not sure who you're talking about. If you're talking about our friendly Everton fan, he popped in the other day. He's a really nice guy, very polite, and we like having him here. All football fans are welcome on this channel, guys. All fans. If you're a fan of United, you're a fan of any other club, and you're just watching and you haven't posted because you don't want to get bantered, we're not really like that on here. Come in, share your thoughts on the league, share your thoughts on the title race. Let us know about your club, how you're seeing the season, any transfers that you want to come in, or players you believe need to go out. You're more than welcome in the chat. All we ask is that you don't be abusive towards anybody else in here, and you will be shown the same respect that you put into the chat. That much I can promise you, because they're a really good group in here. Sturridge can win the Premier League title and then leave, said Tippy. I mean, I'm sure that'll do me nicely. LFC chavs we are, said Tom. And please don't take chavs, by the way, as a slagging. Anyone who doesn't understand, I drink a shit ton of this silver can of diet-based beverage, and because I don't want to get done for saying the name all the time, somebody came up with the name Diet Chav. So Chav, Diet Chav, it kind of stuck, which is why people are chavs in here, and I'm a chav. So don't think of it as us slagging you, because that's not. It's a term of endearment. Why didn't City wear sky blue at Anfield? Sometimes clubs just like wearing their away kits. I've no idea. I don't know what else to say other than that. What I don't understand, and maybe somebody can explain this to me. I've seen United playing tonight against Newcastle, and I know the club's shorts aren't allowed to clash. You can't both have black shorts, red shorts, white shorts. But why is that? I don't get it. It makes sense with jerseys. I can completely understand, but you can't wear two sets of red shirts. But shorts? I don't get it. Lindelof will be working in a snack bar or the pool if he was at Liverpool. Thoughts on the Camacho story? Surprised if true, as I felt he's one for the future. Again, Dominic, I don't know what to say, buddy. It could be bullshit. Somebody said that there's a loan to buy deal and Liverpool probably have a buyback clause in there. I don't know. It's so tough to gauge up and coming players and to gauge where the level is. But I do trust whatever Jurgen Klopp decides, because I think he's earned that trust at this moment in time. His decision making has been pretty much spot on. Right, we've about 15 minutes to go, guys. So again, anything left, put it in the chat and we'll go through it. The United fan creeping on here, said Poochmount. Look, there's always United fans in. There's Everton fans in, City fans at time in, and most of them, 99% of them are sound, and the other 1% just come in and call me a bald nonce, but that's alright as well. Clubs have an obligation to wear the home, away and third kit a certain amount of times per season, said Robbie H. Thank you for that one, sir. Hi Craig, your top four end of the league. Oof. First, top three as it is now. I don't think them, maybe the positions, no, they won't change. Top three as they are now. And then I honestly want Arsenal to get fourth ahead of Chelsea and Manchester United. I really don't like Chelsea. I mean, really don't like Chelsea. So I'd like Arsenal to sneak back in there and get the fourth spot, but I think Chelsea might do it. Yours, Thierry, mate, please let me know yours. And anybody else who wants to put your top four in, by all means, please do. Who plays Red Dead 2 in this stream? Who plays it? No, oh, is it a game? Sorry, I was thinking, is there somebody in here playing something that I'm not knowing about? Sorry, that's how stupid I am when it comes to computer games, Nathan. Although I'm gonna start playing FIFA. I keep threatening it. I'm gonna go back and start playing FIFA because it could be fun. It could be fun bantering on FIFA with some people. And I wouldn't have to watch what I was saying if I was playing FIFA. I mean, on here I have to be a little bit cautious of what I'm saying because I don't want the channel to be taken down. And you know, I try and be respectful. But if I was playing and I don't know, fucking the strings were cut and it was every man for himself, I'd have some fun playing. I'd love to have a game with Mark actually. That would be fun. I agree. I think we need another centre back or right back this window. Didn't we put a €75 million bid on Mbappe when he was at Monaco? I don't know if that's true or not, Dillian Jude. I know a lot of clubs looked at him. Arsenal could have got him at some point as well. Look, he was known about. I listened to a podcast where somebody was being interviewed. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about Mbappe being known amongst coaching circles for the last 4 years. that even as a 13, 14-year-old kid, he was known to be a superstar, and everybody knew that he was, you know, barring injuries, he was going to make it. What else we got? Yeah, I would rather Arsenal over Chelsea as well. FIFA, there you go. FIFA. I should go playing FIFA. People always ask me, do I play it? And I don't. I mean, I have a PS4 and we have an Xbox One. Is it an Xbox One? Yeah, an Xbox One S or whatever the fuck that thing is called. So yeah, I can go on and play both. I just don't. Liverpool, Spurs, City, Chelsea for Kirby Power. And guys, we're only one away from 6/8/25. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please do hit that button. Every night we seem to be getting 25 or 50s, which is brilliant, and it moves us closer to that 7,000 subscriber target, which is class. So please do help us out if you're on there and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet. YouTube money. I don't know what you mean. It's YouTube money, question mark, question mark, question mark, Fahad. I don't know what you mean, mate. But I'm happy to answer your question. If you haven't, buddy, just put it back in. What kit will we be wearing tomorrow, Reds? I'm going to wear the red, surely. Red or grey. I can't imagine we'd wear the purple, because would that clash? I would imagine that might clash. So I'd say red or grey. You going to the Legends game against AC Milan? I'm still not sure, David. I'm on the fence about that one, mate. I've thought about going over to it. But then another part of me thinks if I can get over, I'd like to get over and meet a group of Liverpool fans. Like, I'd like to go to a supporters club and film there. So if I could get a trip over, I'd rather, you know, use it for content and try and get to meet some people, like we're going to try and do next year. And we'll be over for the last game of the season as well. No match tickets. I have to say that we don't have match tickets, but we're going over to be in the city because I like being there for the last game of the season. I'm usually over there for it. What else? Lenny, talk to you tomorrow, pal. 5-1 to LFC Lover. 5-1. Arsenal fans are welcome. We wear red, said Cahill tomorrow. Anyone on here Xbox? I've won a few games of FIFA. The game tag is Acid Chris 1981, said Christopher McVicker. So Acid Chris 1981 if anybody wants to go on and play with Chris on FIFA or whatever on Xbox. Can see us wearing grey. Would be too close to City's blue. So would the purple one, so probably red then. That does make sense. Craig, please come to Glasgow. You're not the first person to say that, Scotty. Charlene wants us to go to Glasgow as well. And it's a city I've never been to. So it would make perfect sense to go to Glasgow and meet the Glasgow Supporters Club and film a watch along with those guys and watch a game with them and do a vlog and all that stuff. That could be a goer, mate. Yeah, if we could get in touch with the Supporters Club, if they're willing to have us over and stuff, then yeah, that could definitely be a goer. I'm wearing my Liverpool shirt with Firmino on the back. Nice one, buddy. What's your prediction for tomorrow? 2-2, Yo Gamer. 2-2 I'm going with tomorrow. But I'm just being a bit pessimistic with that one. I'd love us to go there and win, mate. Oh my fucking god, I'd love us to go there and win tomorrow. FIFA is better than what? I mean, I don't even entertain PES, mate. I'm all FIFA. Just back after the Arsenal game. Can't wait till tomorrow, said Coy. Is it Coy's or Coy SS? I'm not sure. But either way, mate, that must have been a belter. You must have had a ball at that game. Craig, it's fine, just don't go mentioning Rangers or Celtic. I've no interest in either, John, mate, so I probably wouldn't mention them. Thoughts on Shaqiri starting tomorrow? I don't see it happening, but I've been wrong many times. I just think we need an industrious midfield tomorrow. So whether that's Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho, or put Milner in there, or maybe Keita in there, I have no problems with either of them. I just don't know if... I'd rather Shaqiri coming off the bench when the game is open. 4-1 to Liverpool, said Furno. 3-1, said Elliot. They have Twitter, Glasgow Red. Search them up and talk to them. That's the thing, Scotty, though, mate. I'm not doing that. I'm not going searching for anybody, buddy. If anybody wants us, there's been plenty of people that have asked us to come to their city. I'm not going searching people out. If people want us to come over, they know where we are. Other than that, pal, we'll just go to one of the other cities to one of the people who've been in contact already, because it would be the only fair thing to do. What's your first Liverpool game you watched? Mine was in 2009. As I said, the first one I ever watched was the game against Arsenal in, was it 88, 89? When we lost 2-0 and Arsenal won the league at Anfield, which was a fucking sickener. That's the first game I ever watched. I'm in America. I went to City versus Liverpool match in New York during pre-season. We won on a late penalty, but I think we got this game coming up. I'm hoping to emigrate to your wonderful country, mate. America is my target for the next 12 to 18 months to try and move over there with the family. Origi and Klein need to stay. We need depth for the title challenge and can't end up in January with one full-back, said Furno. I think we're going to get that guy in. I think we'll get that left-back from Bristol City. I really, really think that he's the person that we're secretly going around after, I think. No inside info though. Have to keep reiterating this. I don't have any inside information on anything whatsoever. Why are the mods losing their mind? What's going on? 4-2 to Liverpool, said Liam. We need to get Werner, said Elliot. I love him, mate. Absolutely love him. Love him to come into the club. We won't concede a single goal against the shitty boys that carry Bonner. I have a feeling it'll be either a 1-1 draw or a 2-2 draw, said Yo Gamer. Fabinho, Gini and Milner are my midfield three, said Mo Patel. Oh, there was one more thing I didn't mention the other night actually. So in 2018-19, Liverpool have broken records left, right and centre already, as you know. It's been a fantastic season for us. But there's been one record that Jurgen Klopp has equalled already. So where is it? The 5-1 victory over Arsenal at Anfield was Jurgen Klopp's 15th Premier League win by 4 goals or more, equalling the club's modern day record, which was held by Rafael Benitez. Klopp has reached the milestone an amazing 102 games less than Rafael Benitez. So Rafa did it, in 102 games more than Klopp. So 15 wins by 4 goals or more. Jurgen Klopp has already reached that milestone. Levelled the modern day record, which was set by Rafa Benitez, of 15 games winning by 4 goals or more, which is an unbelievable stat considering he did it in 102 games less. That goes to show you what type of good attacking football we play. Shaqiri great as a super sub, said Tom Jones. I heard Klopp isn't recalling Wilson. I don't think he is either. I think he's happy to leave Harry Wilson where he is. If we buy another left back or another RB Leipzig player, we'll be called RB Liverhampton. We've only signed one though, so it's a bit harsh. And Jesus, do we have hassle trying to get that one player in? Oh my goodness. What was your man's name? Ralph Rangnick, wasn't it? Yeah, he was a pain in the arse. I'm back in 2-1 to Liverpool tomorrow, said Skipper Dog. Haven't decided on which player to go for first goal scorer. The Raptor said Liverpool versus Arsenal when we lost 2-0 in 89 was the night my daughter was born, and she's here tonight with one of her grandsons. How fucking beautiful is that, Raptor? That's amazing. And that was my first game that I remember, my first memory of watching Liverpool. That's class. What a night for your daughter to be born. A night you'll never forget for various reasons, of course. That's great. I'm glad she's there with your I'm going to say that again, Raptor. I'm glad she's there with you and the family, mate. I hope you're all keeping well. It's been a while since we spoke on here, buddy. Where are the trolls? I'm not seeing any of them. You guys are just too quick and deleting all the comments, which is brilliant, because my New Year's resolution was not to really interact with trolls too much, so I'm trying to just keep to the positive stuff. 10-1 Mane to score first of William Hill, said Scotty. Nice one. I'm not betting on tomorrow's game, by the way. Not at all. I'm just going to fully focus and concentrate on the game and come on here and do the watch along. Watch along will start at 7:30 tomorrow night, guys, if you're coming along to join us for that one. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a massive game at the Etihad. Absolutely massive game. If we win this, it's over. If we draw this, I'm saying it's over as well. If we lose, I'm still thinking we're going to go on to win the league. But either way, we're going into this one in a great position. I'm sure Klopp has the players fully fired up. All the pressure is on Manchester City because we're the ones 7 points out in the front. They have to go and get 3 points tomorrow. They're at home. It's going to be an interesting game. Do you trust Oliver Bond for LFC news or nah? He'd be more reliable than not reliable, I would say. Some things has been bullshit, but I would say I would say probably more yes than no. Hope Pep plays Sterling tomorrow so he can balls up like he usually does against us, said Simon. I don't care what the score is as long as Liverpool wins, said Carl Mascot. I'm with you, pal. I would take a fucking 1-0, an 8-7. It doesn't really matter as long as we win. Don't need a new centre back. Gomez is golden for 10 years, said Brian Morrissey. Guinness was 75p a pint that night, said Raptor. Fuck me. We were playing at a college in London. The best and the worst night of my life. That's, Jesus, 75 pence a pint. And they were London prices as well. Madness. Imagine that now. In Temple Bar, Guinness probably be about 6 or 7 quid a pint. A load of journalists messing around with these emojis, including the trustworthy ones, finding it hard to believe them nowadays. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I haven't got a clue. I'm probably going to go off here now, go on to Twitter and have about 50 notifications and a load of private messages from people asking about stuff that I haven't got a clue about. You always skip my comments. I don't, mate. I've just read that one out. People think I have favourites on here. I really don't. I just grab a random comment and read it. I promise you, Tony, I don't miss your comments on purpose, mate. Do you know what? Put it in again and I promise you I'll read it out. I'll look for it. Darren Calvin said, has a giddy twitch. Liverpool will win. There you go. Fingers crossed. I fucking hope so. Right, guys, look, I don't know where we're at with likes on the stream and stuff, but if you haven't hit a like yet, please do. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, hit that button. I'm going to start summing up tonight and I'm going to head off. It's, I'm fucking nervous as hell. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous as hell. I can't see Man City not scoring, said Paul Murphy. Elliot said, when Yaldon first goal tomorrow, you heard it here first. I'm still waiting for Tony's. There he is. It's all good, man, I understand. I was waiting for your comment. I was going to go off, but then I said, nah, I better wait and see if he comments. Because I did promise I'd read it out. And I try and keep to my word. Fuck you, Rod. I'm never reading your comments again, you Aussie twat. Go fuck yourself. I know you'd appreciate my humour there, Rod, mate. You know I love you. And the bunny. 170, John. Thank you very much, sir. Guys, look, I'm going to head off. All roads lead to the Etihad tomorrow, unless of course you're a Manchester City fan, at which point you've probably given back your season ticket because they've got your money, and you know where I'm going with that one. Anyway, look, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be on here at 7:30. I hope you can join me for the watch along. If you can't, we'll be back with a late night agenda after it anyway, so you'll get your 10 o'clock show tomorrow night. Wherever you're watching the game tomorrow, guys, I hope you enjoy it. If you're with friends, family, if you're going to the game, have a blast and be safe. If you're watching it in the boozer, have one for me. If you're coming on here to join me, brilliant. But look, as I always say, love to all of you. Look after your families. Tell your loved ones you love them. And up the motherfucking Reds.